welcome to the Deucecast Extra. We are live on Halloween, baby. We are not scared to record on Halloween, even though everybody's going to be out partying, and that's fine. That's fine. You guys can come and you can watch this later. You don't have to watch it live. It's no big deal. I know Andrew said he's not going to be able to make it in the chat, and that's fine. He's out trick or treating, and I get it. We've got some great costumes. I am yes, Rhett.
My prayers have come true.
Yes.
I'm looking for a sexy cat.
Look at you guys.
I'm just supposed to be a carrot. My daughter was a bunny rabbit, and I'm supposed to be a carrot. This is really pathetic. I mean, it's a really lazy costume.
We've
got Brian up here. Uncle Brian's a Bergen and Burke's employee, I guess. I don't know what
the member requirement. If you need access, just come see me.
And then of course we've got Roth as Henry Cavill reshoots.
I like it.
Henry Cavill Superman doing reshoots for Justice League in the middle of shooting Mission Impossible.
Amazing.
Is your mouth going to be moving?
Oh man, there's not going to be anybody watching live tonight because it's Halloween, but man, they're missing out. They are missing out. I'm telling you.
I went to get mustache.
All your friends.
I got actual real just for men hair dye. Just for this.
Man.
It's impressive.
I did put a little bit of mine, but it didn't quite show up as much.
And even though he mentioned Just for Men, we're not sponsored. But hey, Just for Men, if you happen to come, we would love a sponsorship. We will.
You're right.
I will start. I'll start dyeing all the hair on my body with Just.
I'm wearing a little mascara here.
Oh, you got some. Earl's committed. He's Detective Mobius, but it's more the Beastie Boys, sabotage.
Yeah, no, I like it. I like for sure.
It's a good look for you, Earl.
That's good. That is a good look, actually.
Yeah, I know. I need to stick with it.
That's how he's meeting chicks downtown. Right there.
That's right.
I would get more chicks. My iPhone didn't even. My facial recognition didn't work because it was like.
Well, you can't. The sunglasses.
Oh yeah, no, I can't.
No, without the sunglasses.
On my face.
Yeah, no, it took a little while for it to register the different colored mustache.
Yeah, no, I got to push my code in to look at my phone.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the eyebrows. I threw them off.
Now, Rhett, you're specifically a sexy cat, right? It's not just a cat.
Correct. I'm a sexy
Look at his hands.
All right, I just want to make sure.
Can I get a nice meow?
No.
Nice.
I wanted to go as a chimney sweep with just that who put on a little bit too much soot.
Yeah, there's a thin line between chimney sweep and blackface.
And Canadian politician.
Hey Ross, give me another flying Superman pose. I love that.
It's a little tight.
There we go. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Bum, ba, ba. I love it.
That's fantastic.
Good. All right, Garrison, what are you supposed to be?
I'm a Disney Marvel shill getting ready to talk.
Okay, that's good. You look the part. It's good. That works.
We got a few questions
every week.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow. I can put on my Jordan Travis jersey or something,
There we go. Florida FSU fan.
A friend of mine, she dressed up as Taylor Swift, and then her husband had the Kansas City Chiefs 37, I think
87.
87.
I'm sure there's a lot of that. Probably, you know how they do those lists,
Barbie.
number one costume. I bet that's going to be a lot of people are going to be that.
Chef Barbie was one.
It was going to be Barbie, and then the Kelsey Swift stuff happened.
Oh
yeah. I saw a few Barbies out tonight.
Yeah, there was a few that I saw as well. Yeah.
A lot of it seemed like one of the popular costumes was whore.
Right, that's every year.
One was, look at me, I have loose morals.
Nice. There's a lot of Taylor Swift stuff in my neighborhood. Everybody's very into Taylor right now. I mean,
wow.
Anyways, all right. Well, let's get to the heart of the matter here. With Heart of the TVA is our episode this week. Opening up the I enjoyed opening up the TVA manual last week, so I'm going to do that again. This week's episode was written by Eric Martin and Catherine Blair, directed by Moorhead and Benson, who we just got a huge announcement about their future in the MCU. They're taking over the Daredevil show.
Oh, really?
So that's
Okay.
a big deal. These guys are starting to become part of the family, if you will. So that'll be their third show, technically, right?
Where are they
Garrison?
from?
Yep.
Where?
They did half of Moon Knight. They're
Okay.
doing basically half of Loki because a couple other people have
Seems
directed
that
some
way.
episodes. So I imagine
Yeah.
they probably won't do all 18 episodes of Daredevil or whatever they
Right.
wind up going with.
I wonder if,
I
it'll still
wonder
be
if that'll
18.
get pared down.
Yeah.
You don't need 18. That's a lot.
The new showrunner is a Punisher guy, Punisher writer. So I imagine he'll probably want a fair amount of episodes.
There's probably
Barenthal coming back, you think?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Barenthal's
yeah.
100% coming back.
It hasn't been
in the original
announced.
scripts.
Yeah, it's
it was in the trades.
Announced, but it's in the
THR.
trades. But
all right, I'm writing this down. So Barenthal's back.
Barenthal's back if they want him back.
Impression.
So what you're saying here, Mr. Garrison, is Barenthal's coming back? Is that what you're saying?
All right, let's work into this thing, Doctor. I'll give me a few wows. Wow.
Everyone's
I gotta do more Mobius. Oh wow. Yeah, wow.
Also write down Mobius. Ritter is not back. That was Orphan Black that everyone was getting excited about her hair with.
Oh, okay.
All right, okay. I'm gonna send that down to the chief.
You've got to workshop this more. Earl. You really got to.
I'm taking you down to the station. I'm taking you down. I'm taking this info down to the station.
Yeah.
Is there some donut
Fish? He's got to talk to Fish.
Gotta get some pie.
It's Barney Miller.
I got to go down to Barney. Hey, where's Barney?
Ron
These are
Glass
references,
and
but that has to be the first Barney Miller reference on YouTube in probably 30 years. How long's YouTube been in existence?
Not 30 years, but
never been a Barney Miller reference on YouTube before. That's why we've got the numbers. That's why we keep getting the viewers. We get the Barney Miller
0 live viewers concurrent.
No,
hey, there's two. There's two. I don't know if they're creepers, but there's two of them.
You need to put hashtag Barney Miller in the description of the video, and that'll get them,
right?
That'll bring them in.
Bring out those Barney stands.
Fish.
It's a lot of them out there.
Abe Vigoda, what a great.
All right,
anyway. All right. Back to the show.
What in the heck happened in this episode?
This was a great show.
This
so
seems
much.
like really a lot happened.
A lot. I rewatched it tonight.
Okay, I need I'm not smart enough to figure out what's going on with the pie and the hot chocolate and what is all the food stuff about?
Cool.
Is this some like conceptual
a machine that makes cocoa?
Did you say cocoa? Like, what's the significance of the key lime pie and the hot chocolate? It's the shape of the hot chocolate. When it fell on the ground, it looked like Oogie Boogie from A Nightmare Before Christmas. So I'm like, is this supposed to be Mephisto? I mean, what are we seeing Mephisto in the hot chocolate?
Oh Lord!
There was a shape though. It was like the shape of something. I was like, what's
way
going
they
on?
focused on the hot chocolate?
I know.
Made it seem like it had some importance, but the only thing I could, it was a cutaway from one of the temporal goofy things, and it was roughly in the same shape, but I thought it was just a trick of the.
But they stayed on it. They stayed on it though.
No,
they
it's not.
stayed. It was like
they stayed on it. Then they did. They stayed on it. And then they panned up to the folks standing there.
Yeah,
I like seeing your paws.
Yeah. But I don't think it was.
Hey, and now we got another guy on the podcast. What's going on with him? I'm gonna have to take another name.
Take some notes there, Chico.
Who's this podcast of the Wills? Is he a perp?
So, Mikey, maybe it has to do with the spaghettification of Victor Timely.
What? Can someone explain to me what Jacob's Ladder is? Because I'm not Googling.
Thing.
It's a movie.
A couple of different things.
A
lot of times when you
I don't know the reference.
at an electrical substation, when you disconnect all that current, goes, it will climb up the it'll climb up the thermals, and that's called the Jacob's ladder, but it's also a biblical thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it was a really bad horror film.
Yeah.
So there's like multiple.
Oh, it wasn't that bad, was it?
It was pretty
well,
bad.
okay, maybe there was a remake that was bad, but I don't know if the original. But yeah,
so are you saying that like the power that the loom is sort of controlling is overwhelming the entire system? So it's gonna it's got to bubble up and go somewhere.
I think. Look,
are we talking? Are we still talking about the cocoa on the floor?
I don't think that.
I don't know.
There can't possibly be any real significance to the cocoa on the floor. Okay, I mean,
it's retro.
I think
it's a retro machine.
There was a dichotomy there where he was so fascinated by a machine that makes cocoa when he is in this otherworldly crazy place.
Right.
But the thing that really struck him was this simple cocoa machine, right?
Yeah, I think that was
I think that's all the cocoa represented. I don't think it was there for more. The lingering on it was a weird choice.
It was weird. It threw me way off.
I can't imagine what it would be, what it would amount to.
Because it threw me way off the second time. Like the first time I didn't really notice, but the second time I'm like, why are they lingering? They're lingering on this shot of the cocoa on the ground.
Y'all jumped away into the middle of the episode too, by the way.
Oh, we're just.
I think we were going down a really interesting path with the electricity comments and not the cocoa comments.
Okay, well, the electricity comments are fine, but yeah.
Well, no, I will say this: I thought when he offered the guy the cocoa, I thought there was going to be something where like he turns into Kang instantly. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. And it didn't. It was also it was
just drinking the cocoa.
Well, before he drank it, he gave it to the guy.
Yeah, he gave it to
he was going to reveal to be evil.
Right, like he was poisoning him or something.
It was a weird segment, and one thing it killed for me also. We're in such a weird spot right now talking about the middle of the damn episode.
Well, no, I wasn't trying to go in order.
Let's go back.
But it really put it took away the urgency of the situation for me too. This very slow, let's go get this guy some cocoa when there wasn't. It should have been a very urgent situation, and they rekindled that later. It was a weird little spot where things are really urgent right now. Things are blowing up. I know they were waiting for the team to do something or another, and he didn't have anything to do, but it was a weird diversion. So I get it, Michael, where
it was just weird.
The fact that we were there at all, and then they linger on it. Like, what could possibly be the significance of this cocoa? And I can't imagine that there is any. But
so you're more talking about the I see.
Are we going to see angels ascending and descending in the ladder to heaven?
I don't think so.
So Timely had made that little round thing that was needed for their device. And so I understood that they were putting that in the device. And so he, like Rhett said, he just got fascinated with this concept of a machine that makes cocoa. Well, yeah, I just want to go down the hall and see it. And of course, it was just sort of a contrivance to get him caught by
that's exactly what it was. It was a contrivance to get him caught. And when he really should have been in that room with them, managing that process, being a part of that process anyway. I mean, that's what I mean when I say it took the urgency away. It's like, why wouldn't he
just
be
a little
there?
bit?
Just a contrivance, and that's how he got caught. Yeah.
Right. And when Mobius and they were like, "Hey, let's go get some pie while they work on this," and Sylvie's like, "What the heck?" Like,
Sylvie really got fired. That was a little bit. Yeah, she got fired up on that moment.
Yeah.
She's like, "I don't want pie. Are you guys crazy?"
I think pie just represents a lack of urgency.
Well, she
laid
into Mobius though, and we even got a weird shot with him kind of being really focused in on, and the background being really dark behind him while she's saying,
because he's a Norse god.
That's because he's Baldur the Brave.
Yeah. Oh, he might be actually.
That's
I did not know it,
guys. What?
That's ridiculous. As the man dresses as a sexy cat.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
I've heard some talk in the neighborhood about a guy dressed like a cat, and we need some information on this.
So
guy.
I did like that. I did very much like that whole part though, because Sylvie was calling him out of never really
wanting to know his
wanting to go back
right?
on. Yeah,
Correct.
that was cool.
And if
you
watch the trailer they just put out, which has scenes from the next 2 episodes, you see his life on the timeline in that trailer. So maybe you don't want to watch that trailer.
No spoilers.
Yeah, I've
no
chose to skip
see his life
one.
on the timeline, which is really not surprising. But you see it.
Well, they've been alluding to it all season. I mean, that's the second time kind of in the season that they've alluded to him. Like, have you ever wondered what your time? I mean, there's been a lot of that.
Oh, we knew we were going to go there, right?
A paper pusher, nobody.
It's almost like his personality is like his timeline personality, even though his memory was erased, was still embedded into who he is in the
mathematical.
It's podcast that knows what's up. He's
okay. What does 3.14 represent in the episode?
Nothing.
3 minutes and 14 seconds in. A sexy cat goes across the screen.
If you go to
well, let's think through that. I mean, maybe I mean,
so let's start at the beginning though. When Renslayer finds out from Miss Minutes that
she was there from the beginning. Yeah,
but that he erased her memory, and then
which was kind of obvious to us at this point in the season.
Right, and Miss Minutes is playing. It seems like she's playing everybody against everybody else.
We knew he had erased everyone in the TVA's mind, and there were recordings with the two of them speaking together. I thought it was pretty clear that he had erased her mind along with everybody else, basically, except OB. OB is the one who only didn't get his memories erased.
I thought he told Miss Minutes to erase her memory.
He did.
He did.
So does that mean Miss Minutes has some type of power?
Did you not rewatch this, Michael?
I did. That's what I'm saying. You guys were saying
technology.
Yeah, I mean, they did it. The TVA did it. I mean,
it's a mind flayer, whatever.
Hey, Garrison, did he who remains
crossing the streams, Garrison?
Yeah.
Did he who remains in season 1 mention something about erasing minds at all? You said that we knew that already.
No, but I mean, in this, as we've gone through this season to this point, we have already.
Okay. I was just curious if there were.
Yeah, nobody said it. I mean, you could infer it from a couple of things, but nobody. I mean, clearly, Mobius has no memory of his past. You knew at least people's minds were erased from their own timelines. What I think is new is the idea that they existed in the TVA, did some things, and then they had their minds erased. The multiverse.
I feel like that's. See, I feel like that's set up in the first episode, though, and I say obviously because he goes to the past of the TVA, and nobody remembers those events of him being in the past of the TVA. They remember the cracks always being there, those kinds of things, but they don't remember those instances because all their minds were erased. That's why it was obvious to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's some nefarious stuff there.
Oh, or did he just?
I mean, how far in the future the TVA?
On though, before Loki actually showed up, and they would have known him.
So are we going to see the multiversal war or
not later?
Well, this is all building up. Some people say this is leading up to Secret Wars, maybe, or
you may see a representation of it, but not the war. You know.
Well, yeah, exactly, and that's what I mean, Garrison. Is there going to be is like you said, is Secret Wars going to be the multiversal war, or is that the?
Or I don't know the difference. I don't know.
There's a Kang movie coming out too.
Yeah.
Well,
I think Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, if they happen on
Kang
track
Dynasty.
and if everything happens as how it's supposed to happen, I think they're supposed to be a part of the multiversal war together. They're just two stories of the kind of the end of this whole arc at this point.
They've got to be careful with. I mean, obviously Feige is a genius at this, so it's not like they're gonna.
Well, he hasn't been 100% hitting a home run all the time in this new phase.
Well,
so
he's stretched too thin.
It does depend on if
he's back.
The audience completely checks out of this whole multiverse thing, and then they'll swerve. If it's not working, then they'll they'll just swerve it. Because the next movie is apparently going to be New World Order or something like that. Captain America. That'll be the next one after the Marvels.
Yeah.
No, that'll be the one for 2024. That'll be the first movie in 2024.
Is that January, February timeframe?
The direct video version.
We don't have a release date. Do we?
We don't have a release date. In fact,
the next film on the slate is Deadpool 3, but
that's not happening.
That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, y'all are like a dog getting distracted by squirrels. So we've got this first
There's the
scene
cat.
that we establish. Yeah,
There's the
we establish the. We established that their memories are erased or whatever, and
Right.
then they go back. So Renslayer goes back to the TVA, starts causing trouble, right?
Yep.
You've got Docs and all of her people who have been caught after trying. They were pruning the timelines, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which would be within the
right thing to do.
Statement of the TVA. Okay,
That's the
right.
thing. Yeah.
So they're back, and B-15 or whoever she is trying to talk some sense into them. Ultimately, Renslayer comes in there, and of course we have that really unsettling scene of them putting
everybody being murdered,
putting them all in the orange shrinking cube, while Miss Minutes gleefully grins like,
oh man, he's evil.
Now, what
pure
I
evil.
And you guys, maybe you guys picked up on it, but I didn't. I don't understand Dox's position there. I don't know why she, first of all,
took a stand.
She didn't want to help B-15. That's fine, but also she just committed everyone.
She did. They all were with me.
Input.
Yeah.
They're all. I don't know why she was so opposed to doing whatever it was Renslayer wanted her to do.
So it wasn't. So I thought the same thing, but when you go back and you watch that moment, and I didn't rewatch the episode, but when you rewatch that moment, the people have a chance to come over to Renslayer's side and walk over there, and they don't.
They do.
The only guy that does is X5.
Yeah, Brad.
I know, but why wouldn't anybody? Well, like the answer is, we'll let you back on your timeline, or you will be crushed to nothing. And they all chose being crushed, and I didn't understand the motivation there. They're unmotivated to not do what she asked them to do.
Right.
I think they're
they should have started saying, wait. It happened fast.
I think they're such hardline TVA guys, though. Like they respect B-15 because she believes in what she believes in, and she's still committed to the TVA. Renslayer's just in there to mess stuff up and blow the whole thing up, really. And they understand that she's just there to cause chaos. I think, again, there's a bit more respect there in that sense, and they're willing to die in the TVA and not join that side.
Well, it does seem like Docs commanded. Yeah, Docs did speak for all of them. I watched it again today, and Docs is like, and all of them stand with me. And I'm thinking, and then he says, "All right," and then he starts the thing. But I'm thinking,
I mean, nobody, like, at no point did somebody say, "Wait, no, I changed. I'm out."
I'd like to be with Brad. I want to be a movie star.
So if Renslayer is just there to cause havoc, why did Brad not?
She's not.
Well, that's what.
Well, she's to take it over, but she's going to do that by blowing it all up.
She wants to take over.
She's going to do it by blowing it all up.
What was her motivation in keeping Victor Timely alive? Then, I don't understand anyone's motivation. I don't. I mean,
to access a lot of the systems, you need his temporal aura and stuff like that. I don't.
I knew that. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, they had to stick his head in
or
the
Miss
oven.
Minutes.
What's up, Ted?
She didn't know that, though. Renslayer didn't know that.
She probably did know that. There's no reason for her not to know that. That Miss Minutes could get in anything. The reason they were using Victor Timely is because Miss Minutes wasn't on their side, right?
Yeah.
But she was on. So I don't know. Like that was the thing that really confused me about the episode is I didn't fully understand anyone's motivation. I couldn't figure out what is Renslayer trying to accomplish. And why would Docs kind of do the things that she does? I just didn't. I don't know. They didn't. I thought it was probably a longer. There's always you'd always shoot more than you show, right? And there could have been fleshed out somewhere, and it got cut for time or bad take or who knows.
There was a lot in this episode.
The moment with Judge Gamble. I had to Google who she was, the wheelchair, the person in the wheelchair.
Yeah, she was part of the committee or whatever.
Right. And just the brief interaction with her and the
B-15.
B-15 or
D-15 or whatever.
I thought that was interesting. I don't know. I was confused by it. I was like, who is this person? Like, where did she come from? And
there was a scene on was it the first episode?
Yeah, she was in the.
Yeah,
and then there was
she's a part of the.
Asleep. right? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's part of the
she's the one who makes
council.
the ultimate proclamation that the TVA is going to basically change and stop pruning timelines.
All because of BX-10 or whatever number 15's
D15.
incredibly impassioned speech that she just said, okay, we'll change our plan.
We're killing everyone. Well, we better stop doing that then.
Yeah.
Look, there was a great the line that you said before they said when Sylvie said something about something about gods or whatever, and
we're
Loki's
playing
like,
God.
We are gods, right? You know,
we are
gods. Yeah.
And
then walked out.
Say that, and that's great. That was a good line. He delivered it well. I still don't like. I think the show's okay. I mean, I don't hate Loki. I don't want to. It's not a Ahsoka or She-Hulk or Boba Fett or any of those things. I mean, it's a passable program made by competent people. But I don't
Thank you, Rhett. Thank you. That's all we ask.
Characterization of Loki. He seems a little passive to me, where he just kind of stands and looks a lot. He lacks some of the mischief,
Yeah, I'll get this down.
He's on a different path than the Loki Prime, but he's also not as far from the evil Loki as Loki Prime is.
Loki Prime, got it.
Yeah, and I don't love it. I don't love. He's a little more Hiddleston than Loki on a lot of this show to me.
I think you're right about that.
That's fair.
Sometimes he doesn't sound like he's doing the voice. Even he's just kind of,
or even the facial expressions. I mean, the hair's too. Like he does that flip his hair back move way too much. They need to pare that down a little bit. Every time he shows up in a scene, he flips his hair back.
That happened in episode 3. And I'm like,
that's the thing about this show that bothers me more than anything else is that I don't buy it. I don't buy Loki. It doesn't feel like Loki to me. And it doesn't ruin the show. It's
adventures in the TVA.
He's certainly the thing that I liked. The thing that I liked a lot in this episode is how surprised he was that things did not go well. Like in that last
the very last scene,
he's devastated.
But really throughout the whole episode, like he seemed befuddled a bit. And this last scene, he really was like, wait, is this really, we're all about to just die right now? I mean,
he lacks the confidence that Loki always had. I mean, even walking
always fish out of water a bit. To be fair,
Loki walked up to Thanos thinking that he was about to pull one over on him, right? When he died at the beginning of Infinity War, and he totally lacks that confidence here.
But you're saying overall in the show, I would agree with it this moment in time he does with what they're doing, but when they're capturing Brad in episode 2, some of the stuff they're doing in episode 1, he absolutely has confidence, and some of the more darker stuff that he does actually starting to come to light in this series.
He's going up against a mere mortal. I mean, like there was nothing ever shook him before.
Well, but this was a pretty shaking type episode. I mean,
he is a god, and he is on some level he's above it all. And
but he's a god who doesn't understand what's going on fully.
I did like that he pruned himself without even thinking about it. Like he said, okay, this is the moment. He did it.
That's part of the deal.
And I liked how Sylvie was like, wait, what? She was like, she was like looking through the thing, and then she looked, and I liked how they sort of brought that back around. Although that was a little bit sort of like stuck in the middle of this super busy episode.
I did love that I did love for this show, and maybe this show only, that OB was calling them at that very phone during that moment. I was just like, he picked it up, and it's OB telling him.
Yeah. He's like, where are you guys?
Well, I was hoping it was going to pull them out of the Matrix. Like they would just get pulled out. Like.
Get blue-pilled.
Now, Henry Cavill's mustache. We haven't heard much from you tonight. What were your thoughts of the episode?
Roth.
I enjoy it. I think this is like the stakes seemed very high, and it was. I think this has been a very fun season, and I think. I mean, especially looking at the other Marvel shows. It's just not close.
No, you're right.
This is true. That's true. Yeah.
And like really all around, like any of the CGI stuff that they're having to do, all looks good.
The opening
performances are better. Yeah. It's
the opening when they were out in the time stream.
That was cool
at the end of time or whatever. That looked just finally the color palette was a little different for the show, right? And it looked great.
I kind of laughed as soon as like they just like, I guess Miss Minutes is a time pad and they were able to just like get out of the end of
I
time.
wondered that, like, how were they able to
that
get
was my
out
only
of
like real hang up of
I
like,
remember one of our comments
right?
One of our comments when we were talking about that previous episode was like, how the heck are they don't have a temp pad? How the heck are they going to get out of there?
No problem. Yeah.
No,
and
like, why would she send her? Like Sylvie clearly thought she was dooming her to an eternity somewhere,
exactly.
And she was there for a minute and a half and came back. You know,
it was that that part annoyed me a bit.
Yeah.
I'd
maybe
be interested
Minutes
to see if Minutes is on the pad that that is in the third episode that Majors uses to put her back in the pad when she's coming at him creepily.
Yeah,
I'd be interested to go back to the episode and see if she slipped that in her pocket before she got.
Maybe I missed that. Maybe I totally missed
Renslayer or who?
They did not focus on it, but I'd be interested to see if it's on camera at all.
So
I think they just, I mean, but don't don't overthink writing today, right? They might have just straight up forgot to do anything about it and wrote her right out of there anyway. Like you don't have to,
for sure.
Nobody really has to. They don't really have to put that much effort.
I was happy that I called the person that like I think we said it that like we were all kind of in agreement that Loki was going to be the one to zap Loki.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's like I think maybe the first prediction we've ever gotten right on Deucecast Extra.
Yeah.
I
was right on the one about Zeb.
I was. Hey,
I saw Zeb in that episode.
He was
in the back.
Wait a minute. Let me be humble and heap some praise on myself here, real quick.
Please, Garrison.
I was all in on Kang in the first season of Loki, and then it actually happened, and now we're here. So.
That's true. That's true.
I haven't watched.
You caused this, Garrison.
I have not watched that thing yet, but I really want to watch it. That new episode of South Park.
The clip I saw was Cartman is having a dream where they've all been race and gender swapped. And he wakes up from a nightmare, and his mother comes in to console him, and he says, "Mom, please check under the bed and make sure there are no Disney executives or Kathleen Kennedy."
I gotta watch that.
I do want to. I think it's on Max. I want to watch it.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Paramount Plus. I think.
Oh, that's right.
So
they have some weird agreement.
They have a deal with Max though.
Yeah, they did for a while.
Really big
show. South Park is on Max. The episode,
but maybe new episodes.
All the specials are on Paramount Plus.
Interesting.
Okay. It's probably
Brian, what were you going to say?
Too.
I think Sylvie is underused. I think she's not nearly the character that she was in season 1. I think I kind of miss her a little bit. She doesn't seem to have a whole lot to do.
That's a good point.
Well, she doesn't want to. Well, okay.
Well,
from a character standpoint, she does not want to be there. First of all, she's put into a position that she doesn't want to be in.
She went there willingly.
What? I know, but
she got a temp pad. She go wherever the hell she wants.
But no, the only reason that she went there is because everything was being pruned, and she felt like she needed to go figure out what the crap was going on. But she'd rather be at the McDonald's.
Yeah, she backed herself into a corner as well with the end of season 1. Where she's kind of destroyed a lot of trust in her relationship with the people Loki. There at the TVA and Loki. Yeah, I mean that's
Loki specifically. They never had. She. There
I do
was no
wish
love
that maybe that could
her in the TVA, but
rekindle there. But yeah,
I mean you can blame it on her motivations or whatever, but whether they write in a reason that she's underused and basically pointless in this series is one thing, but I wish they hadn't done that. I mean, I would prefer to her to have a more active role in things.
Yeah, the performance also seems to be like 50% less energy.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yes.
She was good in the first season. Yeah. Like it was an intriguing character, and you're like, I don't really know what to think about this character, but like I kind of like her, and sometimes you're like, I hate this character, and that's a really good thing. This one, you're just like, I nothing her, and she's not bringing that much to the table, performance or like writing wise.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, and she's capable because again, I thought she was great in season 1, but she is just really not. I mean, they're not giving her.
Maybe
much
that's
to
the
do,
material that they're giving her.
Maybe it's the haircut.
She needs a different haircut, and she needs to smile more.
She needs to smile more. That's it. That's it right there.
She needs a sexy cow outfit.
Brian was going to say something. Uncle Brian.
Brian, what were you going to say?
He was going to say Sylvie needs to smile more.
She does.
No, he
and
wasn't.
I was thinking about Miss Minutes, and what if Timely is like playing a long game, right? Or
I'm wondering that myself.
And
Timely's
like
dead.
well, what if he who remains is playing the long game and placing minutes or placing temp pads in certain areas, like they place the book in a certain place, or they place a temp pad where
in the cocoa,
where he knows that these it needs to be there, but maybe it's just accidental.
I like that.
He Who Remains is playing the long game.
Yeah,
he put the book in Timely's possession, so Timely would ultimately end up where he is.
Yes,
and get spaghettified into the time stream, where I think
multiple
created
Kangs.
all the Kangs. That's what I think.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Oh,
that's an interesting idea.
His spaghetti noodles go into the time stream, which
that's where you get all the Kangs.
Now, the Council of Kangs.
This weird little loop, and why? Maybe that. I mean, I don't know why He Who Remains would want that. He had a war against all of them, but there is something about.
Well, maybe the cycle's got to start again for him to be back at the top. Maybe. You know?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It may not be. It may be counterintuitive that he would do that, but it seems like he did that. Now, it may be that the spaghettification does not create all the Kangs, right? Maybe that doesn't it, but there was. He Who Remains clearly wanted Victor Timely to be where he is at some level, because the bootstrap paradox where the book is kind of floating around. That was He Who Remains who did that.
And the other thing I wanted to mention was the safety protocols, which prohibited Loki from using magic in the TVA. I thought that was very interesting, a good explanation of kind of why
he hasn't been able to do that.
He wasn't like greening people and doing the.
Well, now Sylvie did in this episode, though.
Well, that was
because the protocols went down.
That was after
the reboot, and they both yell. That was a great scene where Loki and Sylvie both yell into the phone, "Do it!" or whatever.
Yeah, then they do the thing. They take over X5, and then X5's acting in that scene was excellent, where he's possessed by Loki. It was really cool.
Yeah, he said so. He kind of acted.
Yeah,
he was like,
the girl.
That's a complete unknown right now. I mean, we don't know how that alleged stuff is going to go down. I mean,
that is an open case right now. We do not comment on open investigations.
Yeah, please, Detective Mobius.
I'm looking to see if there's any information about a Mr. Jonathan Majors.
Hey,
Brad. Brad killed off he pruned the security guard at the cocoa machine, and he felt bad about it. And
the jury did.
Nice. Yeah, that was.
Well, he felt bad about everybody dying in that room too.
Yeah, I think that guy's doing.
I like that character a lot.
Pretty good work.
Yeah, the actor's doing good.
I like that actor a lot. I like that character a lot. We'll see where.
I mentioned a second ago we were talking about the magic stuff. They did set that up in season 1 when he's on trial. He's like this.
He's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to use his magic in the courtroom, and they reveal to him that he can't use magic in the TVA. So that was set up a little beforehand.
That was a while ago.
But I like reestablishing that in season 2, and then getting them telling him to shut it down.
So what's the significance of when Obi mentioned the snake eating its own tail? What's the whole significance of that?
Ouroboros.
Yeah. Does that mean that even though we're going to see as an audience the TVA blow up, it's not really gone? It's just going to come back?
I wonder if so like from what we could see in the trailer for the next 2 episodes, I wonder if we're not going to be seeing a lot of events over again and kind of a cycle happening based on what we see in the trailer. I don't want to go too far with that.
Which I didn't. A lot of people have not. I don't like those mid-season trailers. I never watch that stuff. I mean,
the more obvious thing about the snake eating the tail is they both had a copy of a book. He was fascinated with Timely. Timely was fascinated with you're Ouroboros, and
because Obi was like Timely wrote it, but then
wrote each other.
They both wrote.
It could be just a throwaway line, or they could be talking about Ragnarok, which is a big snake that ate Asgard. No, I'm just kidding. They're not really talking about that.
The other cool, very very small thing I noticed. Sylvie is wearing an earring that, does anybody know the name of that? It's an Ankh. The symbol, it means life. If you ever saw Logan's Run, which I know Detective Mobius has seen many times.
Or if you played,
Wait, are we talking about Lost all of a sudden? Did you say Ankh? There was a lot of that in Lost.
ANKH. Or if you play it, if you played the Raiders of the Lost Ark Atari game.
Yeah, yes. So that earring that Sylvie's wearing in her, like one of her ears is the.
Did she have that last season?
All through this season, I've noticed it the whole.
I'm not
time.
sure about that.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Now it's also demonology, but you know.
Yeah, it looks like a cross.
Out there, for you flat earthers out there, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So there is one theory, guys, and I'm going to tell you this. Ted was asking about Jonathan Majors. So one theory is here we go.
I've heard
that
this.
Renslayer, that they're going to go with Renslayer after she found out that Jonathan Majors betrayed her. Basically, she did all this work, as she said at the beginning. You mean I did all the work and he just sat on his throne up in the room? And Miss Timely goes, "That's right." Some say that she's going to become the Mrs. Kang.
That's what I was wondering.
Jonathan's going to be removed, and she's going to be the Kang variant.
I think
because they shot this season before.
Is right for another gender swap in the MCU. I
think I nailed it.
I mean, to be fair, China probably isn't a big fan of Jonathan Majors as is.
The Kang is female, guys, just like the Force is female.
No, that's Miss Minutes. That's Miss Minutes playing into her anger right there, saying, "Yeah, you did all the work. Yep,
you've done all the work. I mean, come on."
Kang clearly did a ton of work in the stuff that we've seen him do. He is clearly on the front lines, blasting people.
He's a great scientist of the future.
But look, I mean, they can easily
just hung out on his throne, though. That's what she was saying. She's talking about for the millennia or however long she's been on the. Yeah,
she was the general
during the multiversal war, but since then, I think.
The very easy question to Ted's, or the very easy answer to Ted's question is yes, they just recast it if there's a conviction. That's simple. They just recast the role if there's a conviction.
They should.
You have to. No, they will. I mean, if there's,
I think they'll get Ezra Miller to play the role, and then they'll be.
No, I think they gender.
He was never convicted of anything.
And get Lucy Liu.
Well, I wouldn't be. I'll take it.
I wouldn't be opposed.
Hey, when Miss Minutes,
her character from Shazam, though.
When Miss Minutes is deactivated, she goes, "You'll never be him."
I know, that was pretty creepy. That was pretty
never
creepy.
Be him.
My screen.
That's what I'm saying. She's gonna be the no.
She's for all time.
I mean, there is an arc in the comics where she becomes this character called Dominatrix, which is probably not. But
Miss Minutes does?
No. Renslayer becomes a character called Dominatrix.
I'm interested.
You have my attention.
That's what Marvel did, but she becomes like this female Kang variant who takes over the Avengers' minds or something. And I don't know. It's an old story, but
would watch.
So I slowed down the footage when Minutes dies, and it's like she turns into ones and zeros, and it's like system holds. It's like a blue screen of death. I
love that scene.
It was really cool.
And by the end, she's just like a clock. The time is
like an
rebooted. But
it says a problem has been detected and system will shut down to prevent damage. And that's what. So I'm looking at it now.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's a good scene. All right, well, 2 episodes left.
So do we think? Renslayer was pruned in that scene because
everybody was basically everybody's dead now.
No,
they're not dead. They just go to the.
We don't know yet. We don't know.
They go to that wilderness or whatever with the Thanos copter and everything.
No.
Oh yeah.
The trailer
where the Lokis were.
The trailer shows Loki time slipping again, like crazy.
I did. Yeah.
So
okay.
Well, what about his little clock thing that turns to green? What that means he needs to prune himself before then, or
that was other Loki. That was other time slipping Loki that had the clock out.
Well, he needed to prune himself when the clock was green, not when it was red.
So what's his name could pull him out of the time stream?
Right.
Yeah.
So at the end of the episode, wasn't he still though the original Loki was still walking around with that thing in his hand, right? And that's who our prime Loki pruned.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
We cut to him. You could tell it was him because he had a slightly different outfit on. But we cut to him running down the halls, and
he was running, and that was from the first episode.
Isn't that what we learned? When you get pruned, you go. That's where you go, right? I thought that. I mean, how did Loki get there? He got pruned, and that's there. And then then you run into Elias.
You get sent. You get sent to the void when you're pruned, but in this case, I think this had to do with him time slipping. It probably did something different. So
no, I'm just everybody. These people who keep getting pruned. I mean, they're not really dead. They just go there. But the time,
I think they're sent.
But the TVA doesn't know that, right? Those people. I mean, nobody ever came back from being pruned.
Right.
So you're saying people are being pruned,
except for Loki.
Is that what we're saying?
Right. He came
people
back.
are
He
getting
hadn't had a chance to tell. He didn't tell anybody on camera, and nothing ever happens off camera. So
that's a good point because at least on camera, when he tells Mobius, so at the end of time, that was the past Mobius whose memories have been erased at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So if anybody know of any orange cubes, people getting stuck in orange cubes.
To stick you in an orange cube.
Now they're going to be dead. Those orange cubes, folks.
They're dead. Yeah, they didn't get pruned. Yeah,
but pruned people will probably be sent to whatever that was, the
Eliath. The void, and if you get sent to the void, you're probably eaten by Eliath. I mean, that would be my assumption.
I mean, Loki,
and then you're dead.
Loki and Sylvie made it out of it, of course. But,
but they're Loki. Well, I mean, the Loki seemed to do pretty well there. Most a lot.
Yeah.
Except
really
Richard
the
E. Grant.
Yeah,
he died valiantly.
But he died a hero.
He did.
Right. Maybe we'll get to see Alligator Loki again.
So you're not going to watch the mid-season trailer, Michael?
I don't want to. I don't like watching these mid-season trailers. It's just too much stuff, and they reveal.
I've learned too much. I've learned too much.
I know. I don't like, and I don't watch all the. I don't watch all the other YouTube shows that you watch. Mobius, Detective Mobius, all the recap shows.
I got to find out all the the information.
I think our recap show is obviously the best one on YouTube, so that's why I only rely on this.
Why would you think I'll watch it?
That's the guy with a small sample size over there.
Because I don't watch any others. So you're right. That's a very small sample size. I don't watch John Campia or whoever you watch.
So let me do say that the moment when he walked out, I had no idea that was coming, and just the sound that it was making as he was being shredded, and then the expression, the acting they did in Ouroboros was just like, we messed up. It's stronger than we thought.
Oh, they were all shocked. Yeah, they were all really shocked.
The music.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was going to die when he went on the bridge, but I didn't think it was going to be instant. I thought he was going to be able to make it back.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like the first episode where you had somebody go out and they were going to have this big moment, and he was going to be a hero. And then I was like, what? Yeah. So I was quite shocked.
Yeah. It was a good moment. It was good.
And then when they're all just realizing
they're getting a lot of mileage out of that effect. They did it in Doctor Strange.
Right.
And then they did it in Ant-Man. Quantumania.
You like our spaghetti effect.
So they've got the.
It's just like they built it. You know how they like built Zeb, so they're gonna have him a lot.
They didn't use him again. Yeah.
Cheaper.
Hey, you wait. Zeb's gonna have his own series.
In season 2
I don't think anybody's going to have another series. Boy, that thing's going.
It'll be the Book of Zeb at Mando season 3.
I would watch a Book of Zeb.
Side story. It'd be good.
Oh man, it'd be 2 episodes.
Man,
he'll have a little worm crawl up his nose.
These last 2 episodes will be awesome. I mean, the penultimate episode we've got tomorrow or Thursday.
The music after the blackout, right at the end, where you just see that music is almost kind of it's a very horror-esque type music, but it's also it was reminiscent to me of. I don't know. I want to say Psycho's music a little bit. I don't know. It was really good though. I would go back and listen to that.
Okay.
Hey, what do we cover after this show's over?
Well, we're gonna have to really.
We're going on strike.
We're going, we're gonna in solidarity.
All of America applauds.
The problem is,
Deucecast Extra.
Before we went live, I saw the most ridiculous Instagram post of Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. saying we were gonna dress up for Halloween, but in solidarity with the strike, we're not going to anymore. We had to throw the costumes out. So we're going as Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr.
They
for
can't
Halloween.
even. Well, they can't even act like they're somebody else for
throwing their sabots into the.
It's so pitiful and pathetic. I love
it.
It is.
I'm embarrassed for them.
Yeah.
Red, I'm hoping that the Marvels is so good that it takes us like 10 episodes to break it down. It's just like it's gonna be such quality.
I'm ready for it.
Film.
I'm gonna love.
No, but we are delaying our coverage of that until after Loki is over, and then we're gonna jump into the Marvels.
That's good. That'll give me time to see it because I'm out of town that week.
Because we've got because we
you
won't have anything.
I'm gonna miss the
stretch
Loki
us out
finale
a little bit.
I'm gonna miss Loki finale and Marvels, but I'll be back.
So disappointed. Garrison's Halloween costumes.
Look, we got to capture the zeitgeist of the X appearing in a trailer for longer than the rest of the words, guys.
Oh,
I don't even know.
We'll see. There's only 2 episodes of Loki left. I understand Marvels is like next Thursday, but I mean,
the Marvels trailer came out today with literally a word that had an X in it. I don't even remember what it is now. Maybe it was next or something, and the X just stayed on the screen longer, and everyone's
they're just
freaking
trying
out
to get
about
people
it,
to go. Yeah, they're trying to get people to go see the movie.
Oh, that's because of the
Yeah, honestly,
it's
I think
because of the mid-credit scene is what it is.
Yeah.
I know what the mid-credit scene is.
Well, I do too.
Wait, this was.
Don't tell me.
Our
mid-season Reddit users.
It's stupid.
Our mid-season trailer for Loki was clearly put out to coincide with the Marvels trailer today. You know, I mean, it's in my mind.
Is there a new Marvels trailer?
I haven't watched either one.
I haven't watched that either one.
That's the one Garrison's talking about.
I'm watching less trailers. I'll watch like the first trailer, the second trailer, but don't the TV spots and the mid-season stuff. I'm not into it. I just don't know.
Let's do an Alf rewatch.
No, I promised. What did I tell Melissa
Willie,
we were going to do?
Oh, Bass Reeves.
No. I told Melissa we were going to do Moonlighting because they dropped all of it. They dropped all of it. So
but we got 800 episodes of Doctor Who to watch now, though.
We decided not to do Bass Reeves.
Yes.
Oh, we're not.
800 episodes of Doctor Who.
We could do Frasier.
The new
Frasier. There's people that are actually liking that.
That's going to tie in with our Marvels episode.
Oh, I see what Garrison did there.
Hey, none of that now. Let's not
Spoiler alert.
Let's not spoil stuff. Come on, guys.
Thanks, Garrison.
Wait, what? Spoil what?
I don't get it. So
is Kelsey Grammer in the mid-credit scene as Beast?
Yeah, I mean it's got to be it. Oh, jeez.
Oh man.
This is not fun. I didn't say that.
That's not
on the screen.
That's not what I said.
Scoop.
Kelsey as Beast.
Guys, please end the stream.
Oh man.
No, I don't know what we're gonna do, Rhett, if I'm being honest. But I don't want to just not wait. I don't want to wait until the next series because that's gonna be next year sometime. It'll be January. I don't want to wait that long.
So
we'll hear that the Echo trailer would drop soon. So maybe we'll get a Echo release date.
Hey, we could talk about Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah, maybe there'll be a trailer. Oh yeah, there is a rumor that.
I liked that. Movie, by the way.
No. Mikey's starting to lag.
Let's end this. All right, Uncle Brian, where can people find you on the interwebs, or do you want people to find you on the interwebs?
I don't want to be found any place other than the Deucecast. I will be there.
Okay. Okay. I feel you. Garrison, where can people find you on the interwebs?
Please don't. After what I said earlier, please don't come at me for spoilers. You can find me on the Discord.
You can find me at G.
Look how upset Detective Mobius is right now. Look, he's writing you up. Detective Mobius is writing you up now. He's very upset with you.
Giving you a ticket.
That's good for one piece of pie.
That's right.
That's good for one piece of pie, exactly.
Go ahead.
Ron,
I'm sorry,
please
tell
us all
Henry Cavill.
about a good day for a movie podcast.
All I see is Henry Cavill.
I will absolutely plug myself.
Please do.
Sorry. Roth from Wyoming, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd. I'm watching some movies. And it's nice to watch movies again. I liked Killers of the Flower Moon. I thought it was good. A little long, but I did not get up to go to the bathroom, which you'll hear all about in our next episode. We didn't cover Killers of the Flower Moon, but we're
going to hear about your bladder.
Briefly. Yep.
I got to tell you, I wish I lived near Lyric Theater because I would do that.
Our most recent episode that came out yesterday was on Sleepy Hollow for our Halloween special. Our next one is on Swingers.
Oh, nice.
I love that movie.
That's a great movie.
I love that movie.
Yep, that's the good day.
I love that movie, baby.
Your money, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby. Your
you
money,
don't even know it.
Your money, baby. Yeah. Rhett, can you be found on any furry website or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll be in PawCon at San Jose November. This coming weekend. I'll have a.
We got a furry. We got a furry.
You can follow him on furfinder.com.
Now, will you be going to Rainforest?
Oh yeah, that's there are a handful. Let's see. The biggest little fur con is going on right now. There's the Midwest Fur Fest in Rosemont, Illinois. If you want to,
you guys should look up the documentary about. You should look up the documentary about Rainforest's last convention.
Yeah. No thanks.
I don't really want to.
The ball pit. And the ball pit stories, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, look, ball pits are unsanitary already.
Yeah, they're peed in, basically.
Yeah,
yeah.
They're like furries. They're like public pool.
Yeah, and generally speaking, those furries all have lice.
Maybe
I can see that. Dr. Earl can not be found anywhere as well. He is hanging out on the Deucecast every once in a while.
So I'm assuming you guys have no more information, but listen, if you hear anything, if you see anything, you can give me a call. I'll be down at the Schenectady Police Department, and so just give us a call. Thanks for your time tonight.
Oh my gosh!
One more thing, real quick. Not pictured. Yes. I am wearing sequined shorts. Also,
we need to see these. Can we see these?
Please,
please, all rise. All rise.
No, I don't.
We'll watch you. We'll watch you walk away.
I committed to this, and I'm wearing sequined shorts.
Commit, baby.
I will also not be standing up. This costume is tight.
Oh yeah, that's not a problem.
Yeah, we have a ratings here. We have a rating.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you
all right, we'll be back. All right, let me end this. We'll be back next week to talk about the penultimate episode of Loki season 2. Really appreciate the chat. Ted, we had hanging out. We had Podcast of the Wills hanging out. Please, Podcast of the Wills, go check that show out. It is always entertaining, mostly about Star Wars, but you never know. Other things can come up on there as well. And we will be back next week. Thank you again. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, mash the bell, do all that stupid stuff. And look forward to seeing everyone next week. Bye, furries.